Sri R.D. Dikshit ji. He could not be here because of his health. He was even trying up to the last moment if he could come. So I have message from him, and there is Sri Mangiramji Sharma, who is the chairman of the WBF India. He also could not be here, so he has sent his message. So I'll just read those quickly. They are kind of best to say. So this is letter from R.D. Dikshit ji. He is the president of Brahman Samaj of India, and he wrote Brahman Samaj of North America के समस्त सदस्य भाई बहनों, मैं R.D. दीक्षित प्रेसिडेंट ब्राह्मण समाज ऑफ इंडिया, यद्यपि स्वयं उपस्थित होने में असमर्थ हूँ, लेकिन भारत से हमारी 14 सदस्यों की टीम, जिसमें क्रम से उन्होंने अपने नाम लिखे हैं, जो लोग आए हैं आपके स्वागत हेतु इस सम्मेलन में फीनिक्स एरिज़ोना में उपस्थित हैं। मैं करीब 2 वर्ष से शारीरिक पक्षाघात के कारण वहाँ तक आप सभी के समस्त उपस्थित होने में असमर्थ हूँ, अन्यथा पिछले सालों की भांति इस वर्ष भी पहुँचता। दीक्षित जी has been a regular visitor every convention he has attended for last several years, and so he conveys his best wishes for the success of the convention. Another best wishes are from Sri Mangiramji Sharma, Chairman WBF India. Dear Dr. Om Sharma, I am thankful to you for your invitation to the 16th annual conference at Phoenix, Arizona, September 3rd to 5th, 2011. I pray to God that your conference for the cause of Brahman community in North America will be a great success and show a good path for the coming generations. We must organize our way of life along the best possible path for a better future. Our great ancestors have shown the means to achieve this goal in the Shastras. For example, one must always wish for the welfare of all and not cause any harm to anyone. One who aspires for good things for oneself should not entertain negative thoughts against others. If one betrays somebody, he or she will always have to be afraid of the betrayed person. He or she cannot live in peace. One must accept that temperamental changes are natural, but we must live with mutual affection with all. If somebody is good, it must be appreciated. There should be no jealousy against anyone. If somebody lacks good nature, he or she should not be disgraced as a person with negative qualities. On the other hand, one must have sympathy and make him or her cultivate good qualities. If we do so, all of us will be happy and make others happy as well. I visited in 2000 BSNA convention in Pennsylvania, USA. Sri Jagat Sharma was the director of the convention. I have with me the Brahmavani souvenir released on that occasion. I would like to earnestly appeal to you all to see the first page of Brahmavani that states all personalities should unite for the sake of Brahman community, irrespective of personal conflicts. And he has put that in quotes. Let us start a slogan again that unity is our main goal to protect the Brahminical values throughout the world. Sincerely. Other than these 2 letters, also I have received via email best wishes and blessings from several other people, including Pindi Vasaji and some other people from India. So with that, I will initiate the general body meeting. So let me start with our what we always say, and we should try to implement that also from our youth group. So if there are any questions, we have Ankit Mohla, who is the vice president of youth group, and he is the one available today. And I don't see other youths. They were here yesterday. Oh, they are as well. Right. So if there are, let me give it to Ankit for if he wants to say something to initiate the discussion, and then if any one of you or you have some suggestions, feedback, questions, please start fielding them.
So Ankit, I have a question for you. You're the youth vice president. what is your agenda, what are your wishes, what is your mission and vision for the BSNA and the World Brahmin Federation or World Brahmin Group to enhance, integrate, unite, and move on from the Brahmanic values? What is your agenda? Who's important and how you want to do it? And then get other people to work with you, those who are here, about their opinion.
Well, I think it starts at an earlier age. I don't like microphones.
I think it's not here.
We have to try to get more youth to come out, definitely. Me and Bimi, and there's a couple other youth that came this time, but unfortunately there was a small outcome this time. I think there was a little problem, and a lot of students have gone back to school this time, and a lot of students are at work, so it's a little difficult to come out this time. Unfortunately, my school hasn't started yet, so I could come. But in the future, I think we should try to have, maybe a separate youth activities, or have like a networking where we can talk to the adults and learn the Brahmin values. A lot of adults from India and from other places have come to us and talked to us, and we like that. We can ask them questions, we can learn about it, because we are a little ignorant about the values and what we stand for and what we believe in. So I think we can have maybe a separate group where we can ask personally, instead of in front of the whole audience, questions about it. There's only so much I can learn from this guy. So maybe some experts can come talk to us. Maybe if we can get some younger youth, maybe younger kids. We are getting older. It starts at a young age, though. If you integrate them at a younger age and have them in an Indian community and have them grow up with a lot of Indian youth, I think they're more likely to come out to groups like this. Whereas if you grow up in, we grew up in a town that was mostly, I had one other Indian friend. There was one other Indian kid in my school, so it was a little difficult for us. But I think if you start at a younger age, it's more easier.
So I think what you've got to do is you've got to have the LinkedIn or Facebook, something about the youth, Brahmin, BSNA, world level, initiate that and get more people involved and start planning for the next
year. No, we talked about with the youth and coming out, trying to get more support next year, and maybe doing a youth trip somewhere where just a youth go somewhere, go to India maybe and visit some places or something like that. Or maybe do some service trips to India as a group, and some uncles can come with us. So we talked about some things.
And then when you go to India, the youth group in India can get together with you and you can together you can do it. Of course, with the guidance of that.
Yeah, so some uncles can come with us. We can do maybe service projects or visit some sites.
One thing, thanks Ankit. I agree with Ankit about bringing what he said about younger children also. Of course, we have to have, when we talk about youth, means all the range from children to his age group, as well as in early 30s and 40s who have recently initiated their families, because it's very important to catch children regarding their ideas in the stage when they are making their, when you can impress them. If they are already, they have made up their ideas, their thinking regarding religion or social activities and things at the age of in teenage or early 20s, it's hard to change that. So I think from that point of view, it is important that parents have to play a little bit role to try to bring their children to the convention. And it's not like they have to be for 3 days, but let's say local people, there might be half of the families from local area, they could bring their children at least for one day or half a day or some session. So that's a very good suggestion. And the other thing he said that for kids or youth, we should arrange separate sessions, and we try to do that, and we'll do that. This is another good suggestion, because some of the activities it's good to have with all of us, so they can have those experts in the field of religion or or our Hindu culture. They can learn from that, but also they should have opportunity to have free interaction. They don't have to be agitated that they have knowledge of certain things little, but they can talk among themselves, and that's a kind of precursor for them to go and do further research and try to learn. So initiate that kind of that interest. So we definitely agree with that, and we will try to do it in the next convention. But what happens unless there is a critical mass? If you have you don't have more than 5 kids, which are also not certain sometimes, because when we have these registration and all that, until last moment we don't know who is coming and who is not. Normally people end up registering very late. So then when that situation happens, it's very difficult to plan activities. So I would request going forward for the next year that we should have some idea, especially of youth and children, so we can plan the activities accordingly. And when I say we, I think we should be doing this, giving it totally to youth. They have to plan activities for youth session. They can have half a day. They can have also in addition to that half a day evening for interaction or ice cream social, because we have done in some of the previous meetings like Sacramento, and Ankit has been involved in that one too. So thanks for those.
एक सूचना है, हिंदुस्तान में कैंडिडेट्स की संख्या बढ़ी और 10 साल में 10 गुना ज़्यादा आस्था बढ़ी यूथ की। 50% पार्टिसिपेशन मंदिरों में यूथ की है, देखने मिलती भीड़ लगती है और लाखों की संख्या में बताया 10 ईयर्स में 10 टाइम्स यूथ का पार्टिसिपेशन इंडिया में मंदिर और धर्म से जुड़ा है, त्योहारों से जुड़ा है।
कारण क्या है?